It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, today is January 24th, 2022. It is 1:54 a.m. So I was up since like 1 trying to find tweets to share with you. Yesterday I took the day off. I only went on the computer to upload whatever I had finished the night prior. I went to bed, I didn't upload it, so I turned on my computer to upload the last project that I did. And while the thing was uploading yesterday, I was checking some of the comments. And then one of the comments that I came across was a video that came, maybe a couple weeks later, and said why I'm sharing this information now. It's kind of late, and, old stories, old news. So I went on. I wasn't upset about this. I remember, people who have been with me since I had like 200 subscribers know the deal with me and YouTube. And I've explained the situation before. And I went on a long rant on my community board. And the community board will not allow me to submit everything in one post. So I had to spread it out into 3. At first I thought it would be 2. But when I did the second page, I realized they still didn't let it go. So I had to cut some part out and create another one. So there's 3 posts on my community board that related to the question, sort of explain why I schedule my videos. And sometimes it takes long to sort of, by the time you see it, information is late. So I explained that. And within that, I put some links of some of my old videos, somewhat that I sort of mentioned on my long explanation. I don't know, you could say it as a rant or explanation, whatever it may be. But I put some links of some of the videos. Will it be research video? I don't know. Videos that I created at the beginning of the channel when I was educating myself, questions that I was asking myself and things like that. So I put the links of some of these videos for you guys. But yeah, YouTube have been giving me a lot of issues. Every single videos that I put, with the exception of one I think I came across that I uploaded sometime last week, and when I didn't see the red light, I was kind of shocked. And but I had, now that I have a whole bunch of videos on, I number them, so I have to schedule them after some of the videos that have come live. I have a lot of videos that already prepared for you guys. Let's go, let me open a new YouTube, because this is something I'm gonna discuss. This video I'm gonna discuss sometimes, either in this video or maybe on another one. All right, so let me show you my back end. I have some videos that okay, so somebody unsubscribed. So keep checking your subscription, because YouTube is removing some of my things. Like for instance, this is yesterday's video. All right, so the minute that I uploaded, all right, they put the yellow limited, so which means I can't make money off of it if I were to make it live, let's say once I uploaded it. So I'll have to wait until weeks, or if I fail to ask them to check it, to review the video, I will not be able to make money off of it. But all my other videos, you see now they have green light. They are ready to be seen. But the problem is, once I uploaded them, they put it yellow, similar to this one, which means I cannot make money. So I had to have them review it, and it took a while. So now I already edited them, and now all of my videos are numbered. Okay, so I have season 3, episode whatever. I number them, so I want them to come out on in the order that I have them. So which is setting precedent for the other one. If I wanted to make any of these live, I could, but some of you prefer, I don't know if you prefer, but I don't want to bombard you with 4 or 5 videos all at once. There are other Sussex Squad channels, positive Sussex Squad channel, that are available. So I'm more than happy you see one of my videos once a day. I'm okay with that. And then give the other squad a little bit of your time, because they have a different perspective of things. All right, that's another reason why I don't make any of these live all at once. All right, you guys could have seen all of this already, but there are other channels who probably in the same boat as me, struggling, maybe not in the same level, because I hit more topics, that deal with politics and all of that, that pretty much triggers some of the YouTube people. I don't know, but the other squad of spreading the positive message as well. So I would like for you guys to check them as well. So there's no reason for me to make all of this live just at once. I prefer you have something to watch every day. And I thank God I'm able to create those videos so you have something to see every day. Since the summer, I was like, I'm giving you like a warning. You may not see some videos. I'm going to spend time with the kids and stuff like that. But lucky for me, when I sit down, I see a topic that interests me, and I'm able to record the video, right? Even though I don't edit them the same day, but at least the recording, the time it happening, I'm more interested in it, which make it easier for me to share my thought, my perspective, my humble opinion of them. So it's much easier for me. Then whenever I have time again, I could just edit. I could just sit down and edit everything. Let's say, for instance, like over the weekend, yesterday, for instance, if I wanted to, I could make a whole bunch of videos and then just sit down and edit. But I wanted to take a break. Yesterday, I didn't record. I didn't do anything. Instead, I went in my long breath and explained stories. All right, so that's the issues that I'm having with YouTube. And then yesterday, while I was online on my back end, somewhere here in the setting, something popped up to trigger me to go look. Literally, there was an arrow there to point to me, to let me know, go look at this. It's like something new is happening, something new YouTube did. So I went to look. I'm not going to show it because it says somebody's specific name. So YouTube, I guess, designate somebody to monitor my channel. They let me know who that person is. I was like, oh shit. The person, I see the name. This is why I'm not showing you, so I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I should not show you the name. You know, usually I don't care. Look at this. I'm showing you my back end. There's my dashboard. You see how much money I'm making and all of that. But this one, I don't know. I feel like I should hold back a little bit. But somewhere in the setting, within the upload, and then they show me the name of the person who's monitoring my channel. Okay, so with that being said, let's go on Twitter to see what's going on. I probably will make at least 3 videos. The way that I sort of said it, 2 will be on this channel, PYTE, and 1 is probably gonna be on App UTIP Sussex. It has to do with politics. So I titled them Working Royal, that's the first one, which is what I'm gonna do now. Queen Disappear, that's the way I titled it, and I sort of grouped some of the tweets related to that. Queen Disappear, and then the last topic I have is politics. It had to do with former House Speaker in the US and some UK politics where police officers have to investigate. Number 10, civil servant interview, Met Police, and Channel 4, Belarus, has to do with Russia and all of that. All right, so let's focus on Working Royal. Let's go on Twitter. There's a past. I might squeeze the 2, Working Royal and Queen Disappear, in one, depending how much opinion that I have. And if I reach 1 hour, I'm just gonna stop it and go to the next video. All right, so I'm looking here. This is a side note. Iconic French designer Thierry Mugler dies at age 73. So that's 2 designers that has died since January, since the new year. All right, and while I'm at it, okay, completely off. I want to send a shout out. Maybe I should even do a prayer. I want to send a shout out to a lot of the squaddies who's going through so much. There's a tweet that I came across. I didn't bookmark it for me to share with you. And I don't think it's a, how do you call this? It's a squaddie, because I don't follow that person, and that was the first time I came across. This person apparently had cancer, and the doctor told that person they can't do anything about it. So now pretty much the person is just, I think, has like 3 or 4 months to live or whatever. So she put out a tweet letting people know the situation and stuff like that. I didn't respond to the tweet. What can you tell somebody who's going through something like this, who's pretty much waiting to die in a way? All right, so they did everything. Professional doctors did everything they could. So now the cancer is not operable. So I didn't respond to the tweet. I didn't do anything, but it crossed my mind for me to share that with you. It's like, if you have lived your life every single day to the best of your ability, you treat people the way you want to be treated. In a time like this, I don't know, when you're sitting at your I don't know, waiting to die, what do you think about? How have you lived your life? Were you a good person? Were you that mean or whatever? So people are going through some stuff, and anybody who's going through mental health, any situation, I hope you guys find ways to ease that pain and things like that. For instance, yesterday, while I was sitting at the office, doing my long rant, And I have a sense, I don't know why, I have a sense where everybody in the house is. And my oldest, I could feel he left the bedroom, his bedroom, to go in the living room. And as soon as he stepped out, I hear commotion. I'm telling you, my oldest, if he doesn't become a lawyer, I don't know why, because this kid loves to argue. But in a way, it's not good to start to arguing all the time. So I heard my husband just scream at him and said, whatever it was. I had that sense in that moment to call him and tell him. I think he came out to drink water, and then I called him and I told him, look, I don't like the way Daddy talked to you, where every time you're trying to explain your thought, he's always yelling at you in a way, because nobody wants to hear a long story when you should try to make it short. And I said, I don't want, when you want to tell us something, to hold back. I want to hear what you want to say. But before you start talking, think and then try to process it, which is the shortest way you could tell us, because nobody wants to hear a long story. I'm laughing because of the long rant that I just put, so maybe he got that from me. So, and I don't want this to spiral out of control, where he feel like, if he's going through some stuff, where he feel like he can't come to any of us to tell us his problem, and then he does the unthinkable. So I told him, I want to hear every problem you're going through, but try to make it short. And I give him an example. I said, look at me here. I'm sitting here trying to do this here at the computer. If you want to tell me something and you want to go and tell me a long story, I don't want to hear it. But at the same time, I want you to learn to shorten your thought process, how you're going to explain to people and things like that. And I say, we care about you. I love you, but try to shorten your things, and not everything is an argument. All right? Because in a way, as I'm saying that, and I'm thinking maybe perhaps the COVID thing, people, they haven't really talked one-on-one with their friends. I don't have their friends come over. So all this is depriving them from being social. So all of this, I think, play a part in it. But anyway, let's do a prayer for anybody who's going through some issues, mental problem. What should I say? Prayer for our neighbors, okay? Our children and neighbors. Prayer for our children and neighbors. Okay, let's add mental health. Whoever is going to mental issues, mental health. All right, let's see what's pop up. Not much. I haven't started the video yet with the tweets, but look at me. I'm already 15 minutes. Let's do one, a short one. Let's do the one with the dove. I'm going with two, but let's see this one. Okay, the chorister prayer for quarantine. Okay, let's see. Bless, O Lord, us thy singers, who once sang within thy temple. Grant that what we sing in our homes may yet be heard in the world, and what is heard in the world may lead all closer to the choirs again. Amen. All right. My mind was going to this, but because my eye fixed on the first one, I decided to go with the first one, but let's do this one as well. Love your neighbor prayer. O Lord, our Father, in a world torn apart by fear and suspicion, teach us, your children, that love is the only means to conquer fear. The love we encounter as we search you out. The love we encounter as we accept your embrace. O Lord, the Son, in a world full of anger and frustration, teach us, your servant, your friend, your sisters, and your brothers, to overturn the tables and tear down the fences which turn away the hungry and the homeless, to feed and house the disciple that knocked our door in the guise of the stranger, and to find the love we seek in loving others. O Lord, the Holy Spirit, Mother of wisdom, teach us, your children, to be caring of one another, to protect one another. As you gather the nation under the feathers of your wings, help us to know peace that stills gently and through quiet acts of kindness. Amen. All right, so this is for anybody who's going through some issues, even myself, as I deal with my children, and I have to thank God to acknowledge in the moment when the things is happening, for me to let my son aware that I want to hear him. I don't want this to get out of control. So all of this, okay, I hope anybody who have kids, to be aware in the moment when their kids are dealing with some stuff, to learn to find a way to communicate. Communication is very important. Even though, you know, my son have long ways of explaining things, but I want to be present for him because I wanted to have him. So therefore, I have to do the work to make him a better human being. Okay, so that's it with this. Let's go to Twitter and go and start sharing the things. So when this is why my channel is not scripted. When these things popped up in my mind, I have to do them. Otherwise, they float out. Okay, first tweet, 17 minutes into it. The idea that you have to be a, quote, working warrior to have security is just one of the ways the media try to confuse the issue. What is a, quote, working, end quote, warrior? Whether Prince Philip worked or not, won't he have security as the husband of the queen? Okay, so that's a thread. So that's from Dr. Afio. Who's that? I'm not following. Okay, homeless banter, not work stuff, was a fan of Princess Diana. Okay, so Dr. Zanier, I follow. Okay, and 13 other I follow. So which means I need to follow her. Okay, so the thread continue. What exactly is, quote, working as a sign to the future queen consort Camilla that entitles her to security except that she is the spouse of the future king? William and his children will get security as he is the son of the future king. The, quote, working, end quote, is a distraction to this debate. All right, she continues. It is the proximity to the crown that actually determines the threat. It was reassuring to hear a majority of LBC callers acknowledge this, including one who stated the sheer embarrassment to the UK that we do not cover our own prince should anything happen here. Okay, I don't think I bookmarked that video. There's a video that I came across where LBT, one of the presenters, was discussing that. I didn't bookmark it. Okay, so there's me responding here. All right, the crown brought this non-issue on themselves, being petty as F, for no reason gave them the spotlight they crave for, not in a positive way they hope for though. All right, 15 people liked it, 2 retweet. Okay, and what is working in these people's mind? Flying off to Molester Island? Oh my God. Entertain molesters at the palace? Visiting your side chicks 3 times a week? Or showing up to a ribbon cutting looking bored out of your mind? Okay, so 30 people. 30 people like this one, 7 between retweet. It's all a smoke screen, and the whole security issue has been politicized. Harry was denied security and stripped of titles as the royals knew this will meet the approval of the extremely vocal anti-Harry and Meghan royalists. Harry is actually under more threat than Andrew. Okay, there's a comment here. I think Harry and Meghan are under more threat than the Queen. They have a higher global profile, making them target. Okay, let's not put this word into the universe. This will never happen. We will make sure of that. Okay, then the rest and the tabloid have stirred up so many lies against them that lots of loonies may feel justified in attacking them. All right, Prince Harry became a lifetime working royal at the Landor Wing. The threat began for the rest of his life. That's true. When they came out, when Princess Diana came out to show Harry, when she was leaving the hospital, royal children are born to serve with a target on their head. Again, let's not put this in the universe. No matter, the kids have nothing to do with that, and hopefully they become a better human being as time passes. Okay, trained to never complain, explain, or live in a corporate manipulation, disloyal King Chuck took his protection. All right, so there's a picture when Princess Diana came out with Harry. Okay, never complain, never explain. There she is, sleeping with her husband and then showing that face here. And then they expect Princess Diana to take this. I mean, come on, what is wrong with these people? And some women too. Some women too have no self-respect. Why you prefer to be a side person? Why would you prefer to be a side person? And Diana, as long as her name remains in people's mouth, will always be seen as the angel, the right person that she is. The royal family expected her to accept that kind of behavior. Meanwhile, the husband is enjoying himself as he pleases, but they expect the women to bow down, to accept those BS kind of behavior. Princess Diana, do your thing. They send you up there, but you know the pain in the physical world. Make sure you put out the word for us, for those people who's going through the similar pain that you're going through. My goodness, okay? Never push a loyal person to the point where they no longer give a F. That is true. That is true. All right, let's read some more and then I'll go to the next tweet. Okay, the media want to see Prince Harry and his wife contrary to their ridiculous narrative and then create stories when it comes to protection, which he's entitled to. He is still a prince and he is in line of succession. This clown reporters are just tearing. Believe me, this is, how do you call this? It's the plan of the media to do that. But it's just heartbreaking to see the royal family find that the comfort to tag team with the media to bash their own. It's really sad. For them to think to get a good publicity, you have to be friends with the media. The media doesn't care. Like one of the squad once said, the media only care about the money. All right? If you are a good person, you do the right thing, no matter what the media says, they will see the true core values of you, what you're trying to do. Look at Harry. Oh my goodness. I never seen anybody, Harry and Meghan, I never seen anybody been disrespected and trashed on a global scale like they do. But true core value people, respectable human beings, see who they are. Even though they didn't see it at the beginning, little at a time, they see the truth. Okay? This will remain with Harry and Meghan, that they are true human beings. Okay? As if all other non-working royals are left out in the cold. Again, we don't want to put this in the universe. The Rangers, other government mercenaries, etc. Are they saying Zara, Beatrice, and the Queen's first grandson and other grandkids, or their spouse and kids are all fair game? I mean, they're bringing this onto themselves. People are asking questions now. They should have just give Harry and Meghan the security that they needed, but they want to be petty. Who is this person? Okay, maybe this is a squatty. Okay, but I'm not following that person. All right, let's read some more. Okay, fair game is an answer. Okay, is an awesome word to use here. Apply for threat to those inconvenient, out of favor, and wishing for accidental by the invisible power brokers behind all decision of the Home Office. I mean, at this point, I don't think Harry needs to put a foot in the UK. Okay, not even. Thank God, due to technology, a lot of things that you want to do can be done through, you know, modern technology. Telephone, FaceTime, what else can you do? All sort of things. All right, so Harry doesn't need to step over there. Where he's at right now, physically, with his family, children, and all of that, that's where he belongs. Everybody else could just do FaceTime, use technology to do all of this because he's not safe. And for some reason, that video that I did, it has been done before. I can't believe it's as relevant as it is when I was doing it before. But now we have a clear, better understanding who are the key players are. Okay, it's even more relevant. Look how many times they tried to sway him to go to the UK. And then that small little time that he went over there to do the unveiling, we didn't know they were chasing him. We didn't know until those idiots tried to throw him under the bus. He had to come in and set the record straight. There's a possibility when he went to the funeral, something similar like that probably happened. And this is why we have to keep on praying for them. Okay, let's read some more and then I'll go to the next tweet. Okay, working is a big distraction to this debate. After all, it's, quote, blood, end quote, that defines the monarchy, and the big problem they are assigning to Harry is Meghan's bloodline. They should just say this part out loud and stop trying to skirt the issue. This is the same, as I'm reading this is the same line where I said, if they didn't want Harry to marry Meghan, they should have just said. And this is the problem that's still going on. Okay, there's somebody who's saying that just in a different way. All right, so working is a big distraction to this debate. After all, it's blood that defines the monarchy, and the big problem they are assigning to Harry is Meghan's bloodline. They should have said this part out loud and stop trying to skirt the issue. Thank you. That's all they should have said. But they want to be seen something other than, and this is what the problem is. Okay, that's the problem. They want to be evil, but at the same time they want to show people they are good people. But you can't. You can only be one. Okay, if you're a effed up person in the brain, let people know you effed up in the brain, so we could keep our distance from you, so we know. But at this point, we don't need to pretend. We know for a fact this is the way they are. But they're playing with the issue as if people are stupid. All right, after this one, that's it. Was tampon-faced Charles then mistress, a working royal, when Charles obtained police security for her? The royal family's PR president, Olive Branches, knowing that no security man has and family won't visit the UK and overshadow the Queen's Jubilee. Boring times are ahead for the Brit media. Yep. There's more, but let's move on. And the other thing I want to add to this is that through our prayers, we're going to leave everything to God. It's in God's hand. Look at all those prayers I've been doing. Even when he went to the UK, I keep on saying, don't go, don't go. You know, I make little silly jokes here and there about it, but deep inside the true meaning of what I was trying to say, I did say it, and then I threw a prayer for my concern. Right? So our prayers are helping. We need to continue doing that. And God, we're going to leave everything to God. God will be the only one who can do the kind of protection that Harry's family need. Meaning Harry, Meghan, Archie, little bit Diana, and Miss Doria. Only God can do that kind of protection. All right? Even though he still needs to fight for what he needs, we can't leave everything to God. Okay, to a certain extent, we can't leave everything to God. In one of my videos, I was saying that when they probably were chasing him, God was, if anything like that were to happen, God will be in his ear to say, go left, go right, jump over this fence, stay still, don't move, stay behind that tree. Okay, God will guide him. Okay, but at the same time, we need to do the walking as well. We cannot just rely on the spiritual world. We have to show the spiritual world that we need it, so we have to fight for it. All right, so we could get the guidance, the road that less travel that we need to take. Okay, I've already 30 minutes, 29 plus minutes. All right, next week. This is Reuters. Watch, Prince Harry is seeking the right to pay for police protection in the UK. All right, let's skip. What is this? 1 minute and 36 seconds. I have to stop in between, okay?
Britain's Prince Harry is challenging a government decision that he should not receive police protection when on British soil, even if he covers the cost himself, his legal representative said. Harry and his wife Meghan quit royal duties in 2020 to forge new careers in Los Angeles. The couple has since relied upon a private security team, but his legal representative said that these arrangements did not give the prince the level of protection he needed while visiting Britain, citing an incident in July 2021 where they said his security had been compromised whilst leaving a charity event.
All this, they should have from the get-go. From the get-go, they should have done the right thing. These people are freaking evil. Whether it was the marriage, okay? If they were not for it, they should have said so. For the security, if they didn't want to give Harry security, they should tell him why. Don't pretend. So now it's opening a can of worm, the Pandora box. This might affect so many other royals. If the UK British citizens are paying attention, this decision, whatever happened with Harry, might affect all the other royal family, including if Harry is gonna be paying for it. They better think this properly, because if they say, okay, Harry could have it, but he has to pay for it, guess what? What about the other non-working royals? Okay, or the smaller players? All right, if Harry is gonna pay for it, you're gonna have to pay for it as well. We could provide you, but you're gonna have to provide the cost of that, not the British citizen. So all this is problem they're creating for themselves. It's almost like there's a wound, you have a wound, and then they're putting salt, all sort of things to make the wound even more painful. This is against it's not, doesn't look good for the royal family. All right, let's finish listening to it.
With the lack of police protection comes too great a personal risk, the statement said. Prince Harry hopes that his petition, after close to 2 years of pleas for security in the UK, will resolve this situation.
Wow. Can you imagine? For 2 years, he's been doing that. We knew, okay, from the Oprah interview, we knew they took his security away, all of that. And then Meghan was saying, okay, you don't have to provide security for me or my kids and stuff. Well, at that time, it was only Archie. But at least for Harry, give him that. All right? I'm telling you, Meghan was brought to Harry for a specific reason. A strong woman to stand by him. Okay? So we didn't know he was fighting legal issues with the over there for that. We didn't know that. And then look what happened when he went to that charity event, and then they were his security have been compromised. I mean, these freaking people are evil. There's no other word for these people. They probably told the media where he was so they could chase him. My God.
Harry's mother, Princess Diana, died in a car crash in 1997 while trying to escape the paparazzi. The prince's lawyers said the government has previously dismissed 2 offers to pay for his police protection. Harry sought a judicial review in September 2021, according to the statement. His lawyers decided to make that information public due to a leak in the British press. A government spokesperson said that the UK protective security system was rigorous and proportionate, and that it was its long-standing policy not to provide detailed information on any arrangement, as this could compromise individual security.
They're bringing this on themselves, but let's see what some of the people are saying here. Meanwhile, the grifters and the royal family, the common granddaughter, okay, the royals spent more than £13 million of public money on private flights and helicopter journey. I mean, these kind of things, I don't know what other Brits are doing. The regular people. I know there are some good reporters and all of that, but the Brits themselves, what are they doing? My goodness. All right, so that's that. Let's see some of other comments. UK could give protection to Prince Andrew, there's a rolling eye, and pay happily for this. Okay, yet we are fully aware that the Sussexes do not have the security they need to be protected if they decided to visit the UK. This information should have never been leaked ever. We still have an idea why they will still have security. Their security that they travel with will still come. It's the Met Police that they want to give them intelligence. I think that's all Harry really needs from them. The intelligent. What do they know when he's in the UK? What do they know? Give him that information so he could. I think Harry is more trust of his own security, the one he's traveling with. These are the one I think he trusts more. But the fact that the Met Police have logistic, knows where the threat is coming from, this kind of thing, I think this is where he's more focused on. But thus, if they could escort him certain places, he'll take it. But the thing is that it's more for logistic and security purposes. Okay, the Home Office is neglecting that several criminals were imprisoned in the UK due to threats made against Sussexes. If that doesn't warrant fixated threat assessment center, okay, so that's the, I guess, the office, intelligence and police security, what does? It's demonic what they are doing to Harry. Apparently, an alleged pedophile deserves security. And then we need to ask, when he's going out, going with securities to do those pedo behaviors, what are those people around him? I guess they're complicit with that kind of things that he did. Because if they see an underage person is being harassed, and then they didn't do anything, and they know where he's going to, and I don't know, these people, I don't know, it's a ring, it's a ring. Okay, it's a disgrace when Harry and his family cannot get security when they come for Jubilee. They're not coming. All right, they aren't available for rent. Harry, bring your own. You choose this. Ah, please. Okay, this is somebody that needs to be black. Why is the other one? The others are doing the same thing due to his bloodline. Meghan is not asking that for herself. That's for Harry only, the bloodline one. Okay, let's see. Lies. Many public people have paid for security in the UK. Ignorant statement. Okay, relayed by the Royal Protection Squad. No, they don't. The monarch and immediate heirs to the throne. Oh, please. Excuse for all sort of things. Okay, Met Police for private hire. They also recruit more to meet the demand. Okay, so I've done other videos where I explain where people show screenshot of things that the Met Police have done. All right, this is just an idiot trying to be stupid here. Like did they say here? Why is it ignorant statement? Let's go to the next tweet. There's more comment, but let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's the squad here. There is no reason the royal family shouldn't be providing security for Harry and his family while in the UK. There is absolutely zero reason he shouldn't be allowed to pay for it himself. Okay, I'm guessing that it's because allowing him to pay will open up the debate that if the Sussexes can pay, why don't the rest of the British royal family? And if they can afford it, why are we lumbered with paying for it when they're wealthy enough to pay for their own? They bring that on themselves. It's not Harry's problem at this point because that was supposed to be automatic for him, okay, to get the security. But they snatch it off of him. All right, so now he's demanded back because due to his bloodline, the position, like the picture, one of the screenshots someone put where Princess Diana stood out of the hospital with Harry. From that point on, that's where he's been needing security, okay, from that point on. But they decided to remove that from him. All right, so he's demanding it back. Okay, then that discussion should already be taking place because Andrew is still covered. It's just excuses to keep the British royal family in some form of punishing control over a member of their own family. It's disturbing what's going on here, really. Yeah, people with common sense see the things here. Okay, their only goal is to keep Harry and Meghan out of the UK. If and when, nah, it's more than that. It's more than that, not just out of the UK. All right, they already told them to step out, but yet they're telling them to come back. This is what happened. If you don't have your head straight, you don't know what you're doing, you'll be bouncing around with these people. You have one saying, go back to America.
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
All right, and then she did. And guess what? She's married to a prince. The prince said, this is my wife. If she's leaving, I'm leaving too. Okay? And then, while he's trying to set up his life, you have another idiot is telling him, come back.
Unfortunately, she did get some bad press. And that was a mistake. But, we asked for forgiveness and please come back because, this is a great country and the royal family are very important to us all. And the Queen needs your support, Harry, because William can't do it all. Catherine can't do it all. The Prince of Wales is taken on the Queen's role now, so he's even more busy.
Man, and then you have how many other royals? The rest of the family is in the UK, supposed to do their business, whatever they want, and then saying that the Queen can do all, the Prince cannot do all, William cannot do it all. Meanwhile, where he's going to dancing and do all of that, why everything should be on Harry's shoulder? Okay, so they know exactly what they're doing. Okay, let's start all over. Their only goal is to keep Harry and Meghan out of the UK. If and when they return once again, they will attract huge crowds. Some may boo, but the majority will cheer, and 4 years of negative campaigning will be proven fruitless. What would that say about the YouGov polls? I mean, I mentioned this a while back. It was just BS, all right, to please the royals' mind, to make them sleep better at night. But reality is still happening in the real world. But the thing is that right now, the environment that the world, not just the UK, the world is in a shaky ground. Okay, no matter which way you turn, there's issues. All right, there's a war gonna start. It doesn't look good, and I hope diplomatic work. I hope diplomatic work to prevent another world war, because I could see every players where they're gonna be. All right, some want different land, reconquer certain things. So let's just pray. And right now, it's not good for Harry. And then what those people, our government, even in the US and the UK, what they doing? Okay, they all part of that one group. Okay, to make that one world order, to make that certain government to continue with its objective, because they were all entrapped. All right, they were all entrapped to confuse. If you don't confuse your citizen, we're gonna let out your dirty laundry, this kind of thing. All right, so the US and the UK and many other places are blinding the citizen. All right, so there's so much I want to say, but I don't want to say. Okay, they don't want him there. He and his family are too popular, and the other can't compare. The other one did call him to come home. The queen needed you, the queen this, the queen that. Maybe they had a plan for him to come and then do what I said in that video. It has been done before. But in blocking Harry and Meghan from coming over there, the royal family are forcing the desperate British media into revealing all of the dark, ugly royal family secret they've been so desperate to keep hidden, with no monetary gain from lack of access to Harry and Meghan. Certain secret will be outed. That's for sure. All right, so let me move on. There's more comment, and I'm almost close to an hour, and I have 1, 2, 3, 3 more to make that video. Okay, why did the royal family leak their location after they pulled their security? Why? All right, so she retweeted that. What a shame. This is pathetic. Meghan said, don't worry about me and Archie because you can care less anyway about us. If you can keep Harry secure because we see all the threats, and that evil family said it, nothing we can do. It's good to be home. All right, let's see.
Please keep him safe.
On the security element, I never thought that I would have my security removed because I was born into this position. I inherited the risk. So that was a shock to me. That was what completely changed the whole plan.
So that you, as Prince Harry, are going to have your security removed.
Yeah, and I even wrote letters to his family saying, please, it's very clear the protection of me or Archie is not a priority. I accept that. That is fine. Please keep my husband safe.
As I'm listening to this, with the royal family, you can, how will I say that? You have to be honest with them no matter what, but yet it seems like in order for you to get what you want from them, you have to play devil advocate or do what you call reverse psychology on them. If you show them that it's okay, I don't need your security, okay? I don't need your security, but do this instead. Then they're gonna ramp up. They're gonna ramp up their thing. You probably will have to show you begging or, I don't know, some reverse psychology with them. But these people, they are evil. If they see this is the right way to go, they can never do anything good, but yet they want the spotlight. All of this could have been done the fair and right way, but they are so evil, they can never do anything right. And then now, that spotlight they always crave for, they wanted Harry out of there. Now they got the spotlight is on them, and then this is the thing that come with the spotlight. All the bad thing that they were doing to Harry and Meghan.
I see the death threats. I see the racist propaganda. Please keep him safe. Please don't pull his security and announce to the world when he and we are most vulnerable. And they said it's just not possible.
God.
On the
The royal family, this is a huge baggage for you because they have been doing this for centuries. The world that we are living in is because of their kind of behavior. Okay? To where everybody see each other other than. It's at their own making because they wanted to be at a position where they don't have to work hard at all. So they put everybody else down, and the world is in that shape, okay, because of them. So you need to do something about that. This needs to stop. All right, let's see here. And we have to give prop to some people who then buy into that kind of BS, racist kind of behavior. All right, you know, I'm talking about some white people who never seen that. There's a lot of white people we have to look into. They work hard along with Martin Luther King to get these things passed and things like that. All right, but let me move on. I don't want to go to history here. They tried to Diana him. That was the first time that we know of. Do they not realize that the more they try, the more the public will turn on them? I'm telling you, the minute I saw this, that's the way that I saw it. Okay, that's what I was thinking, what their end game, because if they Diana, that's in quote, Diana them, everyone will know it's them. Nothing good will come of it unless they are trying to keep him from saying something that's worth more than his life. Probably that. But the thing is that they still haven't learned. Harry have kept his mouth shut for so many things, but each time they do something, they force Harry's hand to tell the truth, to tell, even though Harry have been telling his truth, but certain things that Harry tried to keep private, but they forcing Harry to say what was going behind the scene. We didn't know they were chasing Harry. We didn't know Harry, well, at least for me, I didn't know they chased Harry until Harry came out. That was the tabloid who put out the nonsense, and Harry had to put a statement out. I didn't know that, what was the other thing? Harry was fighting to get his security back for 2 years. Okay? He kept all of this private. We knew that, based on that video with the Oprah interview, that Meghan wanted Harry to still have his security. But I didn't know beyond that if Harry had filed a petition to get it back. I didn't know that. But they're forcing him to say things. They should just leave Harry alone. That's all. I don't think Harry wants to argue with them. But each nonsense they keep on doing, they're forcing Harry to reveal more. This is the way that I see it. Okay? And they're so freaking dumb. And I think maybe the media is pushing the royal family to have that, to be in that kind of a sense, to push Harry to say more. Okay? I wonder if Harry ever found out who was behind the leaking of his location in Afghanistan. Okay, he probably knows. Yeah, I think so. Harry probably knows and then didn't say anything. He probably knows, but they seem to be very intentional about how and when they share important information. Yeah, when the certain things about the royal family is about to come out, they throw Harry under the bus. And this is why Harry's not taking anymore. One of the videos that I had yesterday out, I think over the weekend, Harry is not gonna be a punching bag for the royal rats anymore. All right, let's see. Harry is absolutely right. Why would they pull his security when he inherited the risk? The British citizens still prefer to continue this outdated monarchy, perhaps to keep tradition and prestige reason. There's no prestige after that. No, knowing what we know, they're freaking dirty. All right, sleeping around with each other's wife and do all sort of things, do pedophilia kind of behavior. No, that's not prestige. All right, they ruined the word prestige. They ruined the word royal. My goodness. Then it's no more than right for them to fit the bill. Okay, let's see here. If people want to change funding security for royals, they can always get rid of the monarch. Yep. They wanted sympathy for when Harry was killed. Maybe. But with our prayers, that's not going to happen. Harry will die when the Lord call on him. When the Lord call on him, not when these evil people wants him to. Okay, they're not God. Only when God call on him. Okay, Charles leaked his location twice, and now he wants to be the caring father. Okay, we can now see how karma is groaning at their heels. Okay, thinking Harry will leave his wife and baby and run back to the royal family. Not, I think not. All right, keep saying it. Next tweet. Right? I'm gonna be an hour now. Okay, context. if, as the Brits media claims, Princess Diana died because she refused police protection, then by refusing Harry's request for police protection, British media is saying, one, they lied about Princess Diana refusing security. I remember there's a clip, I can never find this. There's a clip that I find when they were talking about Princess Diana's death and friends. One specific reporter we know of, but I can't show you, I can't say it because I can't find the clip. That person said he was there. He was there when Princess Diana died. And all I'm saying, how did he know Diana was in France? How? Okay? So there was a reason for that. They did plan this kind of thing. Okay? Okay, number two, they're refusing Prince Harry's request because they want to Diana him. Okay, very logical. I mean, the nonsense that they're doing, they're giving people more reason to get rid of the monarch. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's the firm British government and British media in a tight spot. Giving Prince Harry and his family protection makes him relevant and still royal, but not giving the protection opens them up to showing their true ugly, petty and dangerous selves. Okay, clarifying that Prince Harry will always be royal despite the firm doing everything to deny him his birthright. That is true. Okay, we have a winner. Okay, any which way, UK media and British royal family don't care for Harry's safety. This is the triangles working here. The triangles working here. The government, the elected officials that is in control right now, all right, it's the full ensemble of the triangle. When in fact, there should have been check and balance. Similar where you see the US have the executive office, the House and the Senate, but in the UK, you have the government, the monarch, and the UK press. All right? So each one of these supposed to checkmate each other, okay, to overlook each other. But instead right now, they are working together, hand in glove. So you will not see any different. The only time we will see different is when people go vote and then put someone, which will be very hard because the royal family know how to play all sides. Okay? But I think the last election was the big mistake for the UK. All right? So when the government changed, then we will have a check and balance kind of thing. But right now, it's perfect match. They all are on the same page. So we're not going to see any different right now. All right? Any which way, the UK media, okay, I think I read that. Refuse to protection. Okay, like Harry and Meghan are located one, Black Mirror located in the UK. Exactly, so they want the same result. As if Harry will take that chance with his family. So true, amen. I mean, Harry have been craving for a family like that. Now that he created himself, you think he's gonna risk that? I don't think so. I don't think so. He remembered from the time he was young, as far as he could go back, to see probably if some of his friends had a nuclear family setting, okay, to see how family work, or perhaps when he travels, okay, to see how families are working hard to make ends meet, okay, to see the love they have despite the hardship, a lack of money, but the love and bond of family was still there. Maybe he craving that. I mean, this is the thing. Sometimes when you see people, the glamorous aspect of people, never wish for that. Okay, because you do not know what's going on in the background. Just be happy for them that they have the success that they have, because you just never know. Who would have thought a prince, a blood prince, okay, there was that much hate within the family. Okay, he have money at his disposal, but yet I have a feeling, in my humble opinion, all he wanted was a good family bond, but he never have that. But guess what? Now that he have it, he wants to make sure to keep that. All right, let's move on to the next one. Still focusing on the same topic, it's just that different squad are talking about it. All right, when Prince Philip crashed his car, he had a royal protection officer with him. How come? I thought only working royals had to have protection. I'm telling you, the nonsense that the royal family is raising against Harry is opening people's eyes or asking more questions. I think Prince Philip said goodbye at the right time. He's like, I have enough with this thing. I gotta go. Okay, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, good question. And why did the taxpayer have to fund the security for B&E? Who's it? Edward, and who's B? Okay, I don't know. Who's B? All right, B&E for so many years. They were young, but they've never been working royals, never will be, and as young women, okay, Beatrice and who? Who's E? Edward, Eugene. Oh, Eugene. Okay. Okay, let's start over. They were young, but they were never been working royals. Okay, good question. And why did the taxpayers have to fund the security for Beatrice and Eugene for so many years? They were young, but they've never been working royals, never will be, and as a young women, were never at risk of being targeted. But it took HO until 2011 to figure that out. Okay, but mainly they aren't the children of the next monarch, but the bloodline. That's the thing here. Because the palace is trying to make sure there's one set of rules for Prince Harry and another for everyone else. That is true. The corruption, pettiness, and spitefulness is a global embarrassment. They aren't even trying to hide what they're attempting to do. Brits deserve better than this. And there's one comment I wrote. I don't think it's any of in this here. I'll be surprised if it's there. And I said that, what did I say again? Yeah, the British media and the British royal family did not represent the UK well, because at some point I thought, okay, it's the whole UK that was that as petty as that. But lucky for me, from making those videos and reading tweets, follow the right people, and I see it's not. But in the global scale, what they were supposed to do, they're not doing it. With British royal family and the press, they're not doing a good job at it. But it's just very sad. But the smaller journalists, okay, who don't have the platform, the huge platform as the others do, can't really spread the positivity that's going on in the UK. It's very sad for that. But the ones who have the mic, the platform, all they're spewing is negativity. Okay, and then for some of you who are new, go to one of the videos that I did, how the British press came out like that. I have a video about that. Okay, all members of the royal family are assessing for security for not only the Met Police, but the security services or possible threats from various terrorist organizations and cranks. This is done on a daily basis from international intel. Senior royals will always have protection. Okay, I know I find it very hard to believe that Harry will ask for protection just for the sake of it. He was told before he left the threat level is high, but a change of status meant he couldn't be protected. What kind of nonsense is that? He couldn't be protected. But you know what? This is just an excuse. It's just an excuse. They know very well. Look at, what about Andy, who's going around messing with people's children? Okay? This one still have protection. Okay? This one still have protection. So any excuse they make for the royal family, you just need to balance things out. Tell me, how come this pedo is having protection and Harry, who has been really in a global scale present the UK in a positive way, but this one, for some reason, he's the only one who should not get that. I mean, my God. All right, after what's on the screen, I'm going to move on. Exactly, they lie so much about protocol to justify mistreatment of Harry and Meghan. Royal Consort, whole different thing. Life for life, regardless of what label people want to keep putting on Prince Harry. It's not different if people keep saying protection is only for working royals. All right, let me go to my last one. All right, so I'm exactly an hour now. So I will do a prayer. I will not be able to squeeze the next ones that I have. Okay, also they're confusing the issue of who should have security and who should pay for that security. The monarch is a head of state. There is a strong case that only the monarch, his or her spouse, and minor children residing with them should have publicly funded security. All right, let's see here. Okay, there is no reason why Charles and William can't and should pay for their own security just as Harry does. Okay, each excuses they created. You tell me, if Harry could do it, how come the other one cannot? Okay, they still have to get free money to do that. It has to come out of the pocket of the citizen. I think that was the reason I bookmarked this. Okay, so I went over this thread already, Dr. Fire. Okay, let's do a prayer. Prayer. Let's say prayer for security. Security, for security of our. It says nation. We do need security for a nation, but this one was focused for each and every one. All right, so let's see. Powerful prayer for protection and security. Let's see if there's a small prayer. There's none. All right, let's go to image. Let's do this one because of the shield. Okay, a prayer for security God. Okay, dear God, watch over me as I work today. Guide me to help people have safety and awareness. Bless everyone who puts their trust in me. Grant me wisdom to make good choices so that everyone goes home safe. Let me always remember the duty I have to help and protect people in this world you made for us. Amen. That's from Will Clark. Will Clark. Let's see here. Let us pray. My mind was going to this. I hope I didn't do this, but let's see here. I hope I didn't do this before. Okay, Father, here I am before your throne with a heavy heart and an anxious mind. Come, Lord, and fill me with your holy presence. Let me rest and be at peace. Let me feel your protection. Let me feel as if I'm under the shadow of your wings, safe, hidden, and secure in you. Only you can give and take it all. Like I said, you know, when I was reading the thing, if they want the worst for Harry, I don't want to say the word, only God, okay? Only God, the true God, should have a say when it's time, not human being who's pretending to be God, okay? So this is what came to mind here. Only you can give and take it all. I pray, Father, please take my fear away and give me your peace that surpasses all understanding. You know that my life is in your hands. My trust and my hope is on you alone, Father. Thank you in the name of Jesus. Amen. I think this hit the nail on the head. So this is it. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. And it's the same link that's on my other channel, Appeal Team Sussex. All right, so that's it. And anybody who's going through some hardship, I hope you find your peace and try to be a better human being every day. So when the Lord decided to take you, at least you go in a clear and kind conscience instead of adding or trying to be petty to others. All right, like this person at the beginning of the video I started, who, you know, the doctors can't do anything anymore. So now this person knows he's gonna die, he's just gonna wait and things like that. Now probably gonna have to think, what have I done throughout my life until now? Have I been a good person? All right, this question should not be asked when you know you're at your last, your last breath or something like that. Be a better person each and every single day. Each and every single day. When the time comes, at least you have a clear conscience. That's it.